Hello everybody, it's Melissa with Melissa's Creations, and today I have a really fun interactive card with you guys. I first saw this card on Pinterest from Deborah Simonis. It's a corner pop-up card and I love it. My aunt Tammy actually sent me a link to this project and I had to recreate it for her. So when you open the ribbon, it's a corner pop-up, so the card pops up into a corner. Look at how cute that is. You can put a gift card or have a little note down here in this pocket, which is super fun. So I'm going to show you how to make this card today, and we're actually going to make this with some Calypso coral to give it a really fun, bright aspect. So let's get started. So you're going to start with a piece of cardstock that measures 8 inches square. So it's 8 inches by 8 inches. You're going to score it in the middle at 4 inches. And then you're going to rotate and score it in the middle at 4 inches again. And then you're going to line up these 2 points on either your trimmer or your scoring tool. And you're going to score it from corner to corner. Okay, so this is what you should have once you have cut and scored your cardstock. And now what you need to do is fold these 2 pieces in like this so that it starts to combine. Okay, so now you have your corner working, and then eventually we're going to be gluing this down. Then this side will pop in like this. Okay, so you're going to be pushing that down. And eventually, this is what you will have. You'll have a square card that opens like this. Okay, so this is what it looks like. If you've ever done origami, you'd be familiar with this technique here. All right, so let's get to our pieces. So I have 2 pieces of designer series paper. These are both from the Cupcakes and Carousels designer series paper stack, and they're both cut at 3.5 inches square. I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock. This is cut at 3.5 inches square. I have 2 pieces of cardstock. One is Calypso coral and the other is Bermuda Bay. These are both cut at 3 7/8 inch square. And I have 2 pieces of designer series paper from the Brights stack in Bermuda Bay. These are both cut at 3 3/4 inch square, and one of them I have cut from corner to corner, so I have 2 triangles. So to start assembling, I want the front of my card to be Calypso coral with this gorgeous sunburst print on it. So I'm going to adhere those together. So we're just going to run some fast fuse along our designer series paper. And then I'm going to adhere that right down onto that cardstock. I have a beautiful piece from our Cupcakes and Carousels embellishment kit, and we are going to be using the Milestone Moments stamp set. And I want to do a birthday card, so I'm going to get the happy and the birthday stamps out. So there's happy, and here is birthday. With Calypso coral, I'm going to stamp the word birthday in the middle of my gorgeous embellished piece here. So we'll stamp that right down in the middle. Beautiful. And on a piece of scrap Very Vanilla with my early Espresso Classic Stampin' Pad, I'm going to stamp the word happy right down here next to the corner. And we're going to be cutting that out by hand. So with our paper snips, we're just going to cut a rectangle out around our word. Okay, we're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. And I have some spare dimensionals right here. I'm using every last little bit. And we'll do the happy. Now I'm going to use some liquid glue to adhere this to the front of my card because I want to have a little bit of wiggle room in case I need to readjust the position. So I'm just going to put some glue around the edge and then fill in the middle like this and put it right on the front. Okay, and then once you find the position, hold it down for a little bit to make sure you have a good stick. All right, and we're gonna set that aside while we combine our other pieces. So I have this really fun banner print with some Bermuda Bay Cardstock. So I'm going to adhere those together. And this is going to be the little flap inside of our pop-up card. So center that. And with a scrap piece of Bermuda Bay, we're going to punch out a 1-inch circle. With our very vanilla piece, we're going to fold that circle in half, just like this. We're going to take some of that liquid glue again and put that on our circle. And then in the center of one edge, we're just going to adhere that circle onto our very vanilla piece. Kind of gives us a nice little pull tab, and it's also a very pretty decorative accent. So with my Calypso coral, again, I'm going to stamp the words happy birthday. So I'm going to start with birthday, and I'm going to put that right over here. And now happy will go right here. And I can set that aside for the moment. Now we're going to put our pop-up piece inside of our card, and it's going to go right here. So we want to make sure that we only put glue on this triangle. You do not want to put it here or else your card will not work for you. So I'm just going to take some of our liquid adhesive again and run some right here, and I'm being careful to stay away from the very edge of these two sides here because it doesn't go exactly all the way to the edges. We're going to kind of have about 1/8 of an inch around. So I'm just gonna set that down and apply some pressure so that I can get a good stick. And while that is working, I'm going to adhere one of my triangles right here on this corner. So again, I'm going to put some liquid adhesive. And then the other one is going to go over on this side. Okay, let's see how our pop-up is doing. Good. That's what we want it to do. We want it to be able to fold up just like that. And the last piece, we're going to take this square and put that up in the other corner. Glue dots along this edge here. So I'm going to put another one right there. And we're going to just put some right along right at the edge, because you want to make sure that this sticks down, but you also want to make sure that you can slide your note in easily. So when we close this, okay, it still has that pocket right there. All right, so now we need to glue these two sections together. So again, I'm going to take that liquid glue and I'm just going to run that all over here. And then I'm going to stick that down to itself and just hold that down for a minute. This card kind of goes against everything that you want to do when you're making a card. It feels really weird to put together, but I promise if you try it, you will fall in love with this card. So now we have this little guy, and we can just tuck him right in there. And again, this can be a gift card pocket, or you can just have your little note tucked in there. Super, super cute. And we're not done decorating yet, but just make sure that your card folds up how it should. So when you fold it, this piece slides over and in, and then it just kind of folds up just like that. All right, and then you open it up, pop, Love it. It's so fun. Okay, so I've already I've fussy cut a couple banners out of this same scraps from this piece here. And so now I'm just going to kind of glue them around on this side to kind of give a little bit more fun. You can also add a sentiment here. Maybe a stitch shape would look really cute on that side. I'm not really going too much into detail on how you can embellish the card as much as I just wanted to show you how to make the frame of the card. But I would love to see what you guys come up with if you decide to make a card of your own, corner pop-out card. That would be so much fun to see your ideas. All right, so I'm just going to finish up putting these banners on, and then we have a couple of finishing touches for the front. And now a couple finishing touches on the front. Using our fine tip glue pen, I'm just going to dabble a few little dots all around here and there, and really you don't want too many, so just a couple. Make sure you replace that tip on your glue pen as soon as possible to prevent it from getting clogged or drying in that little tiny needle of a tube. Then we're going to take some of those gorgeous sequins from the Cupcakes and Carousels embellishment kit, and we're just going to sprinkle a couple here and there. And now I'm going to offset this ribbon a little bit over on the side here, because I also want to add a really fun little tassel. Again, this is from the Cupcakes and Carousels embellishment kit. So I'm going to thread that onto my ribbon, and then I can use my ribbon to hold that in place by tying a knot or a bow. There is our adorable corner pop-up card. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can be notified of future videos, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought today. Visit me online at melissascreations.com or on Facebook at facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much. See you later. Oh crap. No, we don't. Blooper reel. Yeah, totally not exactly what we want to be doing with that at all. Like, total opposite of what needs to happen. But we can fix it. Okay, they need to go on this edge. All right, so, all right. Oh, there's my little circle. Oop, that didn't work well, did it?